Hey, visionaries! You are now tuned in to the Starts with a Vision podcast, where everything you do in life starts with a vision. If your vision is clear or foggy, you are in the right place. It's time to go take what's yours, because there's a vision only you can see, and a dream only you can dream. And now, your host, Mr. Starts with a Vision.
What's the word, y'all? It's Isaiah Fowler, a.k.a. Mr. SWAV. Mr. Starts with a Vision. Starts with a vision. Everything you do in life, it starts with a vision. You need a vision to make it happen. And you already know this. So, let me say, thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being a part of the podcast, the family, everything. Look, I launched a community. It's called Deeper Than a Podcast on Facebook. Go join the group. Deeper Than a Podcast. What the group is about is we're telling our stories, right? And we're working on telling our stories to increase our revenue, because I'm really big into stories and being authentic and being who you are and embracing who you are, man. So I say that to say, go on Facebook.com and join the group. Deeper Than a Podcast, because this podcast is so much deeper than just recording something and that's it. It's so much deeper than that. So with that being said, we about to hop into this show. But also, if you have a question, you want to connect, shoot me a text message, 678-841-7928. That's my number. I do text back. Now, we about to hop into the quote. And you already know what I said on Monday as well. I've been really, reflecting on who I am, myself, and everything like that. And because of that, I've been finding new people to, listen to research, to learn from. And there's one person in particular, and she has changed my thinking in a couple days. I interviewed someone, and after I interviewed this person, they told me about this lady. He says, man, she's amazing. She's this, she's that. Check her out. I was like, okay, cool. So I checked her out, and I was blown away. She's older, but she's on Oprah's level. But she's amazing. She was on Oprah Soul, Super Soul Sunday, all that stuff. Her name is Brene Brown. So I started consuming her content. I started listening to what she was talking about. She's a researcher. She's researched vulnerability and shame and all types of stuff that's deep. And it just inspired me so much. And she said this one quote, and this is the quote of the day. But she shared this one quote. I was like, wow, this is deep. So this is the quote of the day. You are only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place, no place at all. The price is high. The reward is great. And the quote is by Maya Angelou. So Brene Brown, she's a doctor. Brene Brown actually recommended this quote. So she shared this quote. So that's the quote of the day, but this is so deep. So I'm going to say it one more time. You are only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place, no place at all. The price is high. The reward is great, by Maya Angelou. So think about that. You are only free when you realize you don't belong anywhere. But then you belong everywhere and then no place at all. So really embrace where the hell you are, man. Stop focusing on trying to be here, trying to be there, trying to do this, trying to do that. Stop focusing on all of that. If you focusing on all of that, then how do you expect to be big? How do you expect to be successful? How do you expect to be at peace with who you are, man? Come on, y'all. You are only free when you just accept and you surrender. When you accept and surrender, your life changes forever. Forever. Your life will change forever when you accept and surrender. And not accept in a bad way, but more so accept in the best way possible. And understand that you can't control certain things. You can only control who you are. You can only control your mindset. That's all you can control, right? And if you're somewhere else because of something else, Why are you mad at that? That's where you're supposed to be. But then it goes on to say, the price is high, the reward is great. And then she leaves it there. So think about this. The price is high, but the reward is great. In other words, you're going to put in some work. You're going to have to pay a price. You're going to have to sacrifice. But on the other side of that price you pay, on the other side of that sacrifice, you already know it's going to be amazing. I hope this is making sense to you. Brene Brown. If you don't know her, go check her out. Go look her up. But Brene Brown, she's big. She's serious. She's major. And it was really, really super, super profound with me. So that's the quote of the day. I'm going to say it one more time. You are only free when you realize you belong no place. You belong every place. No place at all. The price is high. The reward is great. And that is the quote of the day. So, that was real deep. It just made me think so much. I looked at that quote like 10 times when I first heard it. And I just was thinking and thinking and thinking. I was like, man, this is some deep stuff. But it's so true when you really think about it and when you really reflect. But now the topic of the day. Now this is extremely deep to me as well. I was talking to somebody a couple days ago. We're talking. And she says, you know, and I don't think she knew what she said. But she said, I want to hunt and I don't want to fish. And we just kept talking. But when she said that, I said, whoa, stop what you're saying. Stop. So after that, what happened was we started talking again. And I'm like, that was deep. So I came home and I was at home and I just thought about it for a good 30 minutes to an hour. I did some research. So I really want to shift you guys' paradigm a little bit. Shift your perspective or give you some perspective because this is deep. So when you fish, what are you doing? I want you to think about this. Before we talk, I want to ask you, and I want you to answer this in your head. What is the difference between fishing and hunting? What is the difference between fishing and hunting? I'm going to let you answer that in your head. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the difference between fishing and hunting? Okay? All right. So now that you've answered that, it's in your head, it's in your mind. Let me tell you something. I'm going to explain the two. Now, when you fish, let's think about it. Let's take you through the day. When you fish, you wake up early. You go get the bait. You go get the worms. You have your materials, right? You have your fishing pole. You have all that stuff, and that's perfectly fine. So you go out. You either get on a boat and you go, or you're just on the like a dirt cliff or whatever. Depending on where you're at, how serious of a fisher you are, you get this bait where you think the fish are at, and you say, okay, let me put this worm on here, this night crawler, on this hook, and I'm going to cast away. I'm going to throw that line out there. And you sit, and you wait, and you wait, and you wait. Now follow me. Now, when you go fishing, you may be waiting for 3 hours for just a bite. You may be waiting for 4 hours. You may be waiting a whole day and not even get anything, right? And that's perfectly fine. That's fishing. So, what happens then? You get a bite, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. This is happening. So you reel it in, you're doing your thing, and then what happens? You get it, and it's like a 3-pound fish. And you're like, man, this is boring. Forget this. So you either take it or you throw it back in there. And you repeat the cycle. And then if you want to get a big fish, a marlin or something like that, what do? You need more materials. You need a more sturdy boat. You need a big boat. And you need to go somewhere else. You're not going to find no marlin in just a lake. Right? So hear what I'm saying. You take the fish home. You go clean the fish. And that's it. Then you go eat it. So that's fishing. Now let's talk about hunting. Hunting, on the other hand, is pretty similar. You wake up early and you have your rifles. And when you wake up, or the day before you wake up, or when you know you're going hunting, you say, okay, we're going to get a buck. We're going to get a deer. Or we're going to get whatever we get. Whatever you put your mind on, that's what you're looking for. So you know where to go. You've researched. You know what woods to go to. All of that stuff. And then you tactically approach everything. Right? You tactically approach everything. When I say that, what I mean is you say, you know what? I am going to quietly walk through these woods with this rifle. And I'm going to find what I'm looking for. And then you see one. And you pull out that rifle. You set up. And you try to find a perfect angle. You make sure you're quiet because what? You don't want them to hear you. After that, what happens? What comes next? Then you aim and you fire, right? And you shoot it. You either get it or you don't. You get it or you don't. And that's it. Once you kill that buck, that bison, that whatever, you go stand by it and you take your picture, proud. Okay? That's hunting. So what are the two fundamental differences between the two? When you go fishing, you get what you are given. When you go hunting, you are going after what the hell it is you say you want. Do you hear what I'm saying here? When you go fishing, you accept what comes. You throw it out there and you just accept what comes. When you go hunting, it's all or none. You are all in. You are going after what you want. You want a bison, you go after the bison. You want a deer, you're going after the deer. You want a lamb, you are going after the lamb. But when you go fishing, you just get exactly what you're given. And a lot of people out here, they fishing with life. They're not hunting. They are not hunting. They are fishing with life. That's it. They're not happy. They putting the bait out there, and that's it. What do I mean by this? People put in a job application to 100 people on Monster, and whoever calls back, that's it. They accept it. But how many people do you know go into a job or a company and say, this is where I want to work at. This is who I'm going to be working with. And I know this for a fact. That's called hunting. Hunters know what the hell they want. Fishermen don't. That's the difference. So I want to encourage everybody to go hunt and don't fish. Stop fishing with life. Hunt. And once you hunt, I guarantee you, you will achieve more and you will get more than you ever would have knew. Ever would have knew. And that's a promise and that's a guarantee. So with that being said, guys, I thank you so much for your time. That's today's episode. Join the community deeper than the podcast. Shoot me a text message at 678-841-7928. I'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks for listening to the Starts with a Vision podcast. Come get your vision clear at www.startswithavision.com. See you there.